それなのになんでいつもあいつばっかりがそんな役割になっちまう。
なんてな、死んだふり。
Alien Jutsu. Oh Christ. This does not look good, bro. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to be getting back into Naruto Shippuden, episodes 9 and 10. Hope y'all having a good week so far. It's been a good week for me. Honestly, April's like one of my favorite times of year. I mean, not to brag. I don't know, this isn't nothing to brag about, but something to be excited about. My birthday is next week, so this weekend, my friends and I are going out for dinner, going out for some drinks and stuff. Should be fun to celebrate a little bit. Although I am turning 30 this year. Oh. Yeah, not the best age to turn, but honestly, I don't really care too much. I feel like the older I've gotten, the more I don't care about how old I'm turning. It's more about like just how I feel in life in general. So I'm not too worried about it like some people would be. But I mean, you know, it's never fun to see that age go up and get older and older. I definitely feel like my body's starting to feel a little bit more, although I am a little out of shape, so it could be that too. Let's go ahead and recap the character ratings from last time. We gave MVP to Kankuro for getting his butt whooped. Not really for getting his butt whooped, but for his best effort. It kind of took a lot for him to just go after the Akatsuki, you know, after seeing one of them defeat Gaara. So obviously Kankuro knows he's not as strong as Gaara, but hey, he did it. He made his best effort. I mean, I don't know if it'll really lead to much outside of maybe getting a little information about Sasori, the guy he fought. That kind of leads us in the best moment. We gave that to Sasori, kind of around the lore, right? You know, him, I guess, being from the Sand Village originally, being the original creative like Crow and Salamander and Black Ant, I think it is. Really cool. Like the lore of the Akatsuki is probably like one of the more intriguing things of the show so far. It seems like we're definitely going to get a bigger focus on them in Shippuden here. And then for the funniest moment, we gave that to Kakashi and him just losing all his dignity slowly with Naruto and Sakura. I really loved the dynamic between the characters so far. It kind of picked off where it left off, but there's like a whole new little flavor or flair to it with Naruto and Sakura just being a little bit more mature. I mean, they're still kiddish, obviously, and like humorous, but I don't know, the dynamic has evolved. I will say it hasn't like changed like starkly. It's more of like, okay, hey, like they're, you know, they've kind of picked off where they left off. There's just a little bit of a different dynamic with them being older, and I really liked that. It's been really enjoyable to watch Kakashi's perspective on it, especially. It's been cracking me up. Yeah, but before we get in this one, if y'all enjoy these reactions, consider subscribing if you want to follow for more. Check out the Patreon. We'll be 4 weeks ahead there, uncut early reactions, and yeah, appreciate y'all being here to watch with me. Let's go ahead and get into it. More? Bruh. Be careful. God, that'd be a pain in the ass to clean up all that with this crap going on. Yeah, a little bit of a tough decision to make. I feel like you should be able to do both of those things at the same time, though. Like, yeah, I wonder what his perspective is, especially because he was like doubting Gaara before. But yeah, like maybe with this, he's gonna really try to go save Gaara. Who are those statues? Oh god. Dude, they're just leaving a trail of destruction. So sorry, my man. Love it.
だがその分たっぷり楽しめた。こいつの処理が終わったら次は俺のノルマだな。
サソリの旦那の相手って。
まだ
Is he gonna be after Naruto or?
人中力一匹捕まえりゃ。
Oh, interesting. So is he like a puppet in himself, like cyborg type maybe or something?
おう熱くなるな。ジライア様にもそう言われたんだ。
Temari. Oh, she doesn't know yet. Dang.
解毒薬の用意を。
Man, he looks so different without all of his like ninja clothes on and everything. His get up.
嫌な予感はしてたんだ。
ここから砂まで2日半はかかるからな。急ごう。
Oh, squad of 4. That'd be cool to see them like work together.
sheesh. 全くの新しい毒です。解毒方法の検討がまるでつきません。
ガーラ、そしてカンクロまで。
Wonder if Kankuro is like the second strongest in the village, or if they have someone else. I mean, I guess maybe Temari. I don't remember if they said she's a Jonin. I know they said Kankuro is a Jonin, but
奴らはその力を自分たちの支配下に。
yeah, I wonder if that's what they mean by Jinchuriki user is like somebody who has a spirit in them or something like that. And can you harness it?
あいつらが俺やガーラを狙う理由ぐらい俺にだってわかる。バクラちゃんももう知ってんだろ。俺の中にキュービのヨークが封印されてんの。
ほらあれ、の子よ。やだやだ。あっち行きましょう。
It's interesting. I always like feel like I thought pretty much everybody in the Elite Village knew that Naruto had the Nine Tail in him, but I guess it's kind of been a little vague for some of the characters.
俺たちは化け物を体の中に飼ってっからな。それが目当てなんだ。あいつらは。あいつらの好き勝手な味方が気に食わねえん
Yeah,
だ。
don't view them as human at all.
化け物か。それならば俺もそうだ。俺は生まれながらの化け物だ。
Great characters, dude. Naruto and Gaara.
奴らに
Yeah, I feel like they can both respect each other so much. Like, I feel like Naruto, like, he can, I don't know, just respect how much Gaara's been through. Like you said, he had to go through so much more solitude than Naruto did.
今度も俺と同じだ。それなのに、なんでいつもあいつばっかりがそんな役割になっちまう。
One of the best parts of Naruto, he has great empathy for the people in his life, especially someone like Gaara who you can resonate with.
渦巻き。ナルト。
Like that scene.
ありがとう。
I wonder what Temari and Gaara's relationship is like these days, if it's like similar to Kankuro and Gaara. I'd assume so. Dude, he looks so different without the face paint on.
いるのか。カンクロ
Like, it looks way skinnier.
大きな声を出すな。体に触る。
The lore, give me the lore.
そうか。そういうことだったのか。あのご兄弟に相談するしかあるまい。だが、
The
素直に出
honorable
てきてくだ
siblings.
さるかどうか。
サスケくんが殺したい相手って実の兄、内配たちのことでしょ。暁の一員の。
Man, I want to see more Itachi, dude. He just has such a presence to him. Just looks so cool. Like when we first met him and he like took down like his little like, I don't know what you call his garment or whatever. Just looks so cool.
やっぱり兄弟だわね。あのイタチ以上の能力。
Man, it's crazy. Yeah, we haven't seen Orochimaru yet either. He was like such like a presence in the OG Naruto. I would expect him to be here already, but
けどオロチマルはサスケくんの体が目的なんでしょ。 しかもあと半年し
Yeah, dude, that's true. Like he'll be able to reanimate soon, right?
そのこと。
暁に近づけば近づくほどオロチマルの情報にも近づける。
I want to go back and see all those different images of all the
国を近
Akatsuki.
づける。今度は二人を私が助ける。
All right, let's see it, Sakura. Use them Tsunade punches. Jeez, this guy's eyebrows are freaking hung. Are you locked up in there?
おい姉ちゃんよ
What the fuck? Ah! Ah!
死んだか
What if she actually was? Like she just died right then and there.
死んだふり。
そういうリアルなボケするない姉ちゃん
ご兄弟お二人にお力をお貸しいただきたく参りました。暁という組織が資格をこのまま放っておけば大変なことに。
お前たちの時代が己らで
Okay, Boomer. It's your fault.
情報をかき集めるには限界が。
These could be like oracles kind of thing.
わしらは当人気の身じゃ。あるとすりゃもう一度孫の顔を拝みたいでの。
それは好都合。暁のメンバー
Oh, okay.
お孫さんがいらっしゃいます。
Interesting.
千代ばあ様。
Cool, man. Love all the connections.
誰だあの方々は千代ばあ様に海老蔵じい様だ。
Bizo.
まさかとうに引退されたはずでは。
It's kind of weird that they were like locked up, just the two of them. I'm kind of wondering why. Like if there's some kind of history, something they did or something.
おうお待ちしておりました。さあどうぞ中へ。
おやつは確か
勘九郎です。今の風影様の兄の。
この蘇生初めて見るな、
So it's foreign to them too.
あえて放置したかいかにもサソリらしいわ
Yeah, I've been wondering about that. Like if he actually was confident that it would kill him, or if at some level he spared Kankura because he respects like the puppet Jutsu and whatnot. Like, and it's cool to have someone beneath him.
人を待たせるのは嫌いだ急ぐぞ
誰のせいでこんなに時間
Yada yada. He hates making people wait, but yet he's the slowest person ever. Just dragging his feet. Oh, what's Granny cooking up? She's chefing some chemistry over here.
これでもダメかお前らがタコ食ったからこん
Sheesh. Okay, Boomer, once again.
仕方なかろうよ
It's not bad to have alliances.
が悪いのよ忍びともあろうものが小野が里の能力の向上を第一とせんからだ人は人我は我じゃ友好同盟など所詮絵空ごと
Interesting perspectives. I mean, yeah, I mean, everyone's looking out for themselves to some degree, but doesn't mean you can't look out for each other too. It's not mutually exclusive, in my opinion.
砂まであと一日。急ぐってばよ。
These Conquerors, been holding out for a minute, though.
専門じゃがこりゃわしにもわからん
Jeez.
明日の夜明けが迎えられるかどうかとい
Sakura gonna have to come in and help. I want to see her, medical jutsu at, in practice here. Maybe she can save him.
まあわしより解毒に詳しいというとこの葉のなめくじ綱で姫ぐらいじゃ
カカシ班が出発して2日。予定なら明日の朝には着くはずだ。
Again, dude.
まさか
Either that, or all these glasses were made very poorly.
3組の1170。
Oh.
やっぱりか。見事に当たってる。しかも一等賞。相当縁起が悪い。
I love how it's always the opposite for her. If she wins, something bad's about to happen. Honestly, kind of useful though. Can gauge like your luck.
ここからは
私が先導する。
頼む。
I really like Temari's design, like her character design in Shippuden so far. I think she looks really cool.
行くぞ。
I love that we're getting like a lot of perspective from the Akatsuki standpoint too. This is gonna be like their like hideout. Oh, I don't like seeing Gara like this, bro. What the hell? This looks like some cursed shit right here. I don't like it. Man, it's so weird how they can like virtually appear. So, this is someone's jutsu technique. But it's crazy you can like use chakra through like the virtually, I guess. Damn, are those old bodies?
通路のトラップ
Sheesh.
と岩の撤去作業は間もなく完了します。ユーラ隊長が見当たらないのです。
それは妙だな。敵の目をかいくぐって風影様を追跡しているか、あるいは人知れず殺されたか。
砂隠れの里に増援部隊を送る。増援ですか？そろそろあいつらが前の任務を終えて。
Oh man, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Show me.
はい、すぐに手配します。
Come on, show me. I want to see more characters at this after the time skip here.
これから3日3晩はかかる。それから絶本体で一応外の見張りをしろ。一番範囲のでかいやつだぞ。分かってる。
No, it's that dude.
一家ですか。オロチマルがいない分、もう少し時間を見た方がいいんじゃ。そう思うなら、さっさと始めろ。そうだな。確かに。
それがいい。
Assuming they're gonna like try to separate the sand spirit from Gara. It's like the reins that they all have on them, right? Healing Jutsu. Oh, Christ. This does not look good, bro.
綱手様、彼らが任務から帰ってきました。よし。
Yosh. Yosh is right. Let me see. Let me see.
S ランク任務を与える。
え、嘘。S ランク？今だ。信じられない。ついに俺たちの実力が認められたんだな、これ。綱手様、違います。こっちです。
She just leaves without explaining. Sorry.
カカシたちとサポートし合い任務をこなせ。わかったな。
Yes.
任せてくだ
Hey.
さい。
了解です。
10-10, okay. Oh, nice. It's all of them.
外班これより出動します。
Wow, look how much they've grown.
出発だ。みんな俺に続け。青春ダッシュ。
もう恥ずかしい。
Aw.
諦めろ。てんてん。
Squad up, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be so fun seeing like each character like reunite with Naruto. Yeah, that's not good.
ナルト、焦っちゃダメって言ってるでしょ。
でもよ。
辛抱しなさい。今一番不安なのは手まりさんなのよ。
砂漠をさまよった挙句、脱水して死ぬというのはよくある話だ。
Be a rough way to go. Another rough way to go.
情けないの。よもやこの葉の助けを当てにする日が来る。
Man, she hates them, dude.
疲れたじゃろう。あっちで座ろうか。昨日からい
Makes me very curious about the history of each village and,
なかなしゅうて
you know, like like if they dislike each other, like why they dislike each other historically. I'm guessing it's from like the Great War and stuff, but it'd be interesting to find out more and like connect the dots and see all their different perspectives. Yeah, let's go.
お待ちしてました。手まりさんもご一緒でしたか。さあ、こちらです。
勘九郎までやられたのか。
はい。風影様が連れ去られてしまい、勘九郎殿てしまい、解毒方法もわからず、このままではもう。
急ぎましょう、手まりさん。私が見ます。
Let's go, dude. About to see Sakura's growth in full form.
勘九郎。
あやつはこの葉の白い牙。おれ
No way, bro. It's so ridiculous. Good episode. Good episode. All right, y'all. Let's go and get in the review section for these episodes. Kind of like the step back in pace in these episodes, gaining a little bit more just kind of like inner dialogue and some expansion of the world still. Getting a highlight of characters like Baki, for example, that we haven't really had a lot of in a while here, and meeting a few new characters with the honorable siblings of the Sand Village. Really liked that part of it, especially like kind of seeing a lot of the history, or not exactly seeing the history, but encountering characters from the past who obviously have very different perspectives on the world than the main cast that we've been introduced to, and also them connecting to our current characters such as Sasori, and them being, I guess, the grandparents of Sasori. So really interesting. I guess their names are Lady Chio and Lord Abizo. And yeah, I guess, they're kind of almost like relics of the past, it seems. I don't know why they've been locked up. Like, it seems like they're locked up. They like that huge door and everything. Maybe by their own accord. Maybe, they did something that the Sand Village didn't like. But they definitely have a very different perspective on the world than the current Sand Village, I guess. They kind of grew up in the Great War era. They talk a lot about Tsunade, for example, and her counteracting their poisons and her being kind of a thorn, and Lady Chio's side with the poison she would create and whatnot. So like that kind of connection, but also just their different perspectives. They're kind of critical of the Sand Village now and relying on the Leaf Village, I guess. Leaf Village was an enemy of them in the Great War, which makes sense, I think, based off of the history we got with, who was it? Neji's family, right? What's their clan name again? See, y'all, my recall is so bad. Like, I remember all this stuff, but I remembering names is so hard. Neji, the Hyuga family, Hyuga clan. We got all that background, like when the Leaf Village and the Sand Village kind of had an alliance finally. So kind of, I guess, backtracking a little bit to some of the historical context, and you can kind of see their bitterness about the Leaf Village, and not even just that, but like also just they have a very different perspective on alliances. It seems like they kind of have this whole like isolationist mindset almost, where like kind of let them be themselves and just focus on yourself because everybody is really just out for themselves. Kind of an interesting perspective, not one that I necessarily disagree with, honestly. I think every single person in the world, whether it's an individual or a nation, they're always going to be out for their own self-interest. That's what they do by the end of the day. But in my opinion, there's always some level of shared interest or shared connection that you can have with people or nations that allow your self-interest to, still move forward, but in a healthier way, I guess, like a shared joint way. You think about that with like friends and stuff, like, and your loved ones. Obviously, you go and do things for those people and it fulfills you, right? So it kind of is for yourself, but also for them, right? It's not a mutually exclusive thing to do something that's good for yourself, but also for others. So, you always kind of want to, be careful with that mindset, because if you're black and white with it, then you kind of just disconnect yourself or your nation from other people or other nations. And yeah, it seems like they have some level of bitterness based off the past. But obviously they're going towards them for wisdom, trying to heal Kankuro. But also it seems like they have past connections with villages that the Sand Village is no longer allies with. And in general, this just makes me very curious about the Great War. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of flashbacks to it. Kakashi seemed to have fought in it. Obviously Tsunade did. A lot of the characters we know, I bet we'll get flashbacks to develop them as well. So Really cool, just the lore expanding. And outside of that, obviously we get, you know, a lot of kind of where we're at right now with Naruto and Sakura and all of them traveling to try to get to the Sand Village, and you know, ultimately they arrive, and it seems like they're setting up for Sakura to kind of be the one to potentially save Kankura. I'm imagining she will. I feel like Kankura won't get taken out this early, and it's kind of like a good setup to see Sakura's growth. So I'm really excited to see her medical jutsu in practice here. I think in the next couple episodes we'll probably get that. And then we also, of course, had the Akatsuki, and that's the other big part of these episodes is the Akatsuki bringing Gaara to, I guess, their hideout, and they do this sealing jutsu, 9 phantom dragons. I think normally it'd be 10 phantom dragons. They're missing the ring finger, or Orochimaru. Like they build out that whole huge like statue with the fingers, and they all stand on top of them, which is like their, I guess, like their rings that they wear on their fingers. So seems like some kind of technique to combine all their jutsu, and I'm imagining that it's to, you know, I guess take the sand spear out of Gaara. But it's weird because sealing jutsu has always kind of seemed like it's a way to, yeah, like seal things. By the name it implies, it's not like to extract, it's to keep something there, kind of bind it to someone. So I'm curious on how that's going to work out. But we get some pretty key information here that it takes 3 days for this technique to finish, and it seems like it's going to take longer because Orochimaru is not there. You know, they're missing their 10th finger there, or 10th ring, right? And then we also get the name of the guy with like kind of the Venus flytrap on him, or the jaws around him, Zetsu. Call out to Hunter x Hunter here, Zetsu technique. But yeah, cool that we get a little name drop there. I'm also very interested on, you know, I think I've asked it a few times in your actions, but you know, what Jinchuriki really is. Very interesting. It's kind of a new, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's a technique. To me, based off the context clues, it's kind of like what the holder is versus the spirit itself, maybe. Like a Jinchuriki user is somebody who can use the spirit within them, I guess. That's kind of like what I'm getting together. Could be wrong, but you know, for example, Deidara asks Sasori when they're kind of, you know, cryptically talking about who Sasori's target is, and he asks, what kind of Jinchuriki was he again? So, you know, there's some kind of, I guess, technique or types of maybe the spirit and the holder, kind of like, you know, how they're sealed together or how they interact together. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's definitely cryptic, but I'm guessing that Sasori's target is probably Naruto. I think that would make sense with the plot line here, and I think it's pretty clear with when they're talking about it, it kind of flashes to Naruto right after. So pretty interesting stuff there. Really curious on, you know, where this is all going with you know, the Akatsuki, and just, I don't know, everything's so cryptic so far in Shippuden, and I don't know, as an audience member, it makes it really exciting, and it just leads to more questions all the time. I think that's always a really good way to set up a story, is like introducing new information that answers some of your questions, but then introduces even more. It just keeps you hooked and wanting to find out and binge, obviously, right? Let's go ahead and move on to the character ratings for MVP. Honestly, this one, there's not really like a focal player who really is like the most important, but I'll give it to Baki in this episode, because he kind of was the centerpiece mostly for kind of facilitating things. I don't know if in the past episodes if he was the one who sent for help from the Leaf Village, but it seems like he kind of is putting his faith in them. He's the one who kind of is like, hey, we should probably go and get the honorable siblings. I know we haven't seen them in a while, it might be risky or whatever, but he seems to be the one kind of pulling the strings in the Sand Village at this point. For the best moment, I really liked Naruto's kind of dialogue about Gaara, and specifically kind of like when he cries, and you can see how much that impacts Temari, and kind of showing how empathetic Naruto is, and just, I don't know, like how much he understands people, and especially Gaara. You know, I really like that panel where it's showing little Gaara and little Naruto, and they're both alone, you know, struggling with their loneliness, struggling with being isolated because people view just them as the monsters inside of them, right? Whether they're friends or foe, they just focus, you know, friends, I guess, you know, their village, their brethren, you could say, all view them just for the monster, but same as the enemies. The Akatsuki just view them for what's inside of them. So whether it's people around them or their antagonists, they all just view them for their enemies. And you know, kind of talking about that isolation, Naruto's always known that Gaara is like him. He's been isolated, but he had to go through it for so much longer. He was isolated for so much longer. And I love that panel or the frame of slowly going across time, and Gaara continues to be isolated, but Naruto gets Iruka and then Kakashi and Sakura and Sasuke, kind of showing how Naruto got lucky in some senses and finally found comrades and loved ones around him who care about him and brought him out of that isolation, whereas Gaara really got the short end of the stick, and it took him a lot longer to have those ties to connect him and bring him out of that isolation. He had to really fight hard for it, even harder than Naruto did. So really, I love that Naruto had so much empathy for him in that situation. And once again, he has it for now, right? He hates that Gaara is the one who's been targeted, not first, but I guess the first one to really get taken from the Akatsuki because of this situation. Once again, just kind of isolating him as this monster. And I obviously, you know, that's one of Naruto's greatest strengths is his empathy and love for the people around him, even for people who aren't, you know, from the same village as him. Lastly, for the funniest moment, I'm gonna give that to Tsunade when she won the lottery when the bad omen came around. I think it's like a really fun and silly concept that her luck is so bad that when things are going poorly, it's good. Like she gets, you know, rewarded for it in her gambling and whatnot. Honestly, pretty useful. It was like the same thing, right? When on the Tsunade retrieval arc where Orochimaru is coming to come find her, and she starts winning the lottery. All of a sudden, she's like, "This is not right." Just kind of geeks me every time. But yeah, I think that'll do for these episodes. Let me know what y'all thought about these ones in the comments below. Continue the Shippuden grinds. I'm loving it, man. I know, like, you know, people have been commenting like, "Oh, the first couple arcs are slow and all this," but honestly, like, I'm here for it, dude. Like, just the introduction to like an expansive world like this. It doesn't really matter to me if it's a little bit slower paced. I just am enjoying the ride, like seeing Neji and Rock Lee and all them grown up, Guy, Sensei, 1010. I don't know, man. It's enjoyable to watch. Like I said, kind of in the first episodes, I just feel like I'm being spoiled. So, like, it's always fun just seeing the characters you grow close to after a time skip. It's a good time. But yeah, I appreciate y'all being here to watch with me. Really hope you all have a really good rest of your week, and I will catch you for the next episodes. Peace.